Hey guys, it's Steven from the Green Engineers and welcome to my 11 1/4 minute update video. Today is January 30th, 2020 or 1/30/2020. Sorry, it's been, I think the last time I uploaded a video was October 30th or something, so about 2 months. Well, 3 months. I think it was 2 months, maybe it was November 30th. Then anyways, it's been too long since I uploaded a video, so I wanted to upload a video giving you guys all an update on what's going on in the Green Engineers, as there have been a couple things that have changed that I think are for the better, and I definitely want to talk about that. So we're working more on this garage. We're getting more stuff cleaned up, more stuff over here. We're getting rid of a whole bunch of stuff. Been working on my cars, getting those so I could clean that up. And then seeing if eventually we could get maybe that mill in here, maybe. We'll see. So the main thing that has changed was that since then I've actually taken on a protege. So I'm now mentoring somebody that was about my age, a little bit older, I think, actually, than when I started the Green Engineers. So I'm helping him possibly get an internship at the company that I work now for my day job. He is a electrical engineer student. He is a junior at the same college that I went to, San Jose State University, electrical engineer. And so I'm kind of teaching him the ropes of the things that I do at work, and I'm using those stuff that I do at work and combining it with the stuff I do here on the Green Engineers, and so kind of putting those together. So he wants to learn system engineering, and so I thought, what not better to have. So basically the thing is that on his resume he doesn't have a whole lot of experience on there as far as extracurriculars besides just academics. So the idea is I help him with some of those extracurriculars and he helps me with my own projects. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing some of the projects that you see here, and maybe more. I'll talk about that in a second. So theoretically, he wants to be a summer intern, so that starts, school year just started last week for him. Obviously, I'm out of school now, but for him, his junior year, and he would like to join as an intern in summer, which is school's 16 weeks, so about 4 months. A little bit less. So I plan on working with him for at least the next 4 months, if not longer. So the plan is that I teach him the ropes and the things that I learned from these projects, as well as work, and I get an extra help as I think even though he's in school now, I think he's probably way less busy than I am with work and the commute back and forth from work. So with the extra set of hands, so far I found it that I am way more motivated. I stay way more on track with these projects, and I think that with that we are going to be able to succeed on getting these projects more off the ground and quicker. So maybe finish more projects in less time than I planned on originally. And also help clean up the garage and other help around the shop and with my cars to get those projects done, so I could focus more on these projects and other projects that I need to get out of the way, and to be able to clean these shelves, clean the garage, and get ready maybe for the mill. So I think he's going to be a big help. His name is Kevin. Hopefully I'll have him, if this keeps going the way it's going, which it looks like it will, I'll have him in one of my videos here pretty soon, and also have him on the website as long as he is working with me as a part of the Green Engineers group. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about what we've been doing and what he plans on helping, and most likely what he plans on helping with is where most of the movement forward is going to be in. So I could kind of focus the movement forward on what I ask him to help me with. But because he wants to do the internship, that does limit the things that I'm going to ask him to do. It does kind of point those in certain directions, which happens to coincide with the directions that I think I need to go anyways. So obviously, like I said, cleaning up the garage, that's one of them. That's one of the main ones, is getting this workspace to be better and better and better and better and better. And it is getting better and better. And me and my dad have been slacking on it, but since he's joined here at the house, it's definitely gotten better. And we did start looking into Maker Nexus, which is another facility that could also be a probable place to do some work, as far as with lasers and maybe some printers, 3D printers. But it looks like right now their metal shop is not finished yet, so that is currently under. I do have a membership to just help them out. They are very close to being in the black and getting out of the red, so definitely want to help that out. So I am paying membership, and I do plan on maybe using that in the near future. So the main project that I am working with him to get started in the meantime while I'm teaching him CAD is to help me finish the shredders. So when I say finish the shredders, these obviously the physical design, the mechanical design of the components are finished, but the main thing that we're doing is we are adding motor capability. So this is the current motor that I'm prototyping to possibly be the driving motor for the machine. And this is a regular Harbor Freight 600 RPM geared electric drive. I think it's a 1 1/8 horsepower, forward and backward control, and it's got plenty of power. Brushed motor, easily obtainable, and probably way good price in bulk. And so the design is that there are two of these brackets that go on here and that bolt onto the 1/4-20 at the side. Then there is a spur gear that goes on here, just like the spur gear that goes on here. Sorry, I moved a little fast there. Sorry about that. Spur gear that goes on here. It's the same thing. We're going to put a small one on there, and then we're going to put, starting out, I'm going to start out with a big, I think it's like a 10-to-1 ratio. Now that will probably lower down, but what I'm doing is I'm giving the machine the best chance of success. Now, why am I doing this? Because I found that doing it by hand is very difficult. Reason being is that when you put something in here, what happens is more than one tooth grabs. And when more than one tooth grabs, it really makes it hard to do it by hand. Because each tooth obviously increases the amount of force required by the additional tooth. So if you have like 4 times, I think if only one tooth was, and you had like a water bottle in there, you'd be able to do it with a 2-foot, 2.5-foot breaker bar. But if you have like 3 teeth, now you need 3 times that. Now you need like an 8-foot breaker bar, right? And that's just not very practical on this. So with a 8-inch, with like a 10-inch reduction or something like that, so it'll go down to max speed with this would be like 60 RPM, but I plan on doing like 30 RPM. So about, because it has 2 blades, that would be 1 cut per minute, right? So that was my plan for the beginning. So I think that would be great for this guy. So I'm having one of my friends do the machining for that, do the water jetting for that, and so we'll have that pretty soon, probably next week. So we'll have this guy mounted on here. Sorry, a little too fast again. Have that guy mounted on here by probably Sunday. And then after that, we get that running. Then we're going to polish that up, and Kevin's going to help me with that as far as the design and stuff like that. And then this guy will be good to go. And then we'll do a hopper and some feet between now and those 4 months. But the main thing is to get the motor out because I wanted to see this thing shred before I ship these to customers. So that's number one, right? And then as these get sold, re-up the inventory. The next thing is the first version of the filament maker, the multi-extruder. So the whole plan, the biggest thing that he's going to be doing is he's going to be taking that multi-extruder all the way from where it is now to open source. So I'm going to show him how to do that, and he's going to be the one that's doing most of the time in that, going from open source, going from where it is now to fully documented. And with that, we'll be able to finish the machine and have it fully functional and also be fully documented, so that if somebody wants to build it anywhere around the world, they will be able to do that. And so that documentation will be one of the first things that he does after the shredder. So the shredder is just going to kind of be a practice for him for CAD, for Fusion 360, and then we're going to have a full write-up on this guy, also completing that guy and completing this guy. And then we'll see if we have enough time to do the fill factory and to do the 3D printer. Alright, thanks for watching. I'm going to keep updating more often. Stay tuned.